Hi, families. Welcome to Beginning Band on the Wheel. So my name is Mrs. Aldridge, and I'll be your music teacher this year. Some of you may remember me from Sargent or Stone Ridge a couple of years ago, so it will be good to see you again. Now, Mr. Brown wanted me to remind you before we got into all of our band stuff that we have one last chance for you to pick up Chromebooks happening tomorrow morning from 8:30 to 12. And I do want to let you know this is not the time when you're going to be getting your band instrument. This is simply for Chromebooks. We're going to do band instruments on another day, and I'll tell you about that in just a moment. So what is beginning band? Well, you're going to get 12 weeks or the first trimester with me learning a band instrument. And I have listed the potential instruments here. So flute, clarinet, saxophone, trumpet, trombone, percussion. We're going to spend the first week or so of class kind of looking at these different instruments and listening to them. And then you're going to choose one instrument that you want to focus on for the first trimester. And by the end of the first trimester, you're going to be able to play this instrument. You're going to be able to play solos by yourself or along with an accompaniment. And you're also going to have the ability to join our year-long band class next year when you get into 7th grade. And year-long band, that's where all the really cool stuff happens, like our spring trips to Disneyland and our competitions and festivals. So that all happens in 7th grade. For this beginning band class, like I said, you're just with me until the end of October. And at that time, you're going to move on to your second class in your wheel. Okay? You can find those other classes on your Otis class schedule if you haven't found them already. All right, so the supplies you need for band, of course, you're going to need an instrument. So as I said, we're going to spend the first week or so talking about these instruments, and then you're going to be offered a school-owned instrument to borrow for the first trimester. And we're going to pick up those instruments on Monday, August 17th from 6 to 8 p.m. in the music room at Ike. So you're going to tell me what instrument you want, and then you're going to come pick up that instrument on that evening, okay, Monday the 17th. I'll send out email reminders all along the way. You're also going to need some instrument-specific supplies. So once you've chosen your instrument, we'll talk a little bit about what each instrument requires. You'll be given those supplies up front when you pick up your instrument, but you also might need to replace some of those supplies throughout the semester, or I'm sorry, the trimester. You're going to want to find a quiet place to play and practice. And this might be a different place than where you're doing all of your other learning for your other classes. So band instruments can be quite loud. So I'd like families to have a discussion about where a good practice place would be that's not going to be a distraction for other people in the house who might also be trying to learn or to work. So it might be that band class happens in the garage where all your other classes are happening, somewhere else in the house. You might want some headphones because it's a little bit easier if you're wearing the headphones while you're playing the instrument, then you can hear the music on the headphones and play along with it. And then you want to make sure that your computer has a microphone and a camera because I do require some video playing tests. So I'm going to be able to need to see your face and your posture and your instruments. For optional, if you want to get an external microphone that plugs into your computer, some people like that. It's not required. The method book that we're going to be using is going to be available on the computer. But if you want a hard copy, like your own physical copy of that book, they're about $10, and I can point you in the direction on where you could buy one. Totally optional. Now, we are going to be using Otis, and you've already logged in and found all your classes there, and that's going to be our main hub, so all of our assignments will be in there. Your grade book, all of our communication, and any links to resources. Everything will be centralized in Otis. But we're also going to use one other application called Smart Music, and this is where our method book and all of our songs are going to be. So that's how we're going to access our music. It's also a very powerful tool that it's an interactive practice tool. So you can play along with the computer, and the computer will be able to tell you if you played the right note or the right rhythm, and it will be able to give you some corrections. So This will be, like I said, a really powerful tool for when I'm not there practicing with you. Now for our weekly schedule, I will post it in Otis every Monday. It's just kind of a basic outline of what we're going to be focusing on for the week. It is not a substitute for actually coming to class. So we will have live interactions every day, and you will have some independent practice time every day. But you do need to check into those live classes. And then we'll kind of follow the plan that will be in Otis. And I'll tell you what our live activities are, our independent work, what I want you to practice for the independent time. And then if there are any assignments due, they will be listed as well. So our class will be meeting through Zoom. And for Monday's class, I will email you that link. I will also post the Zoom link on the announcement board and on the bookshelf. So you'll be able to find it in several different locations. And moving forward, the calendar for all of my classes is available on your class board in Otis. So if you click on the calendar, it'll pop up and you can find your class that way as well. For grading, we do formative and summative assessments. So formative are all the things that you turn in while we're still learning something. And the summative is what you turn in at the end of your learning. So as we're working on a song, I might have you make 1 or 2 videos along the way to show me what you're doing and where you're at. And then once we're done learning that song, you'll send me a final video. Okay? The summative, that final video, that's the grade that counts towards your overall grade in the class. The formative leading up do not count. It's just to give you an idea of where your progress is. We use an 8-point rubric for all of our assignments, with 8 being the high and low, or 1 being the low. And you'll have some performance-based assessments. That's where you're going to play or make some videos for me. And then there'll be some written assignments too, where you have to do some reflection work. My expectation for you is that you're going to continue to grow as a musician. So if you were in an RCSD elementary school, you've had classroom music for a couple of years now, we're going to build off of that, and we're going to make you a more specialized musician now on a band instrument. I do expect that you will be in our daily live sessions. I expect that at each of those sessions, you will be prepared to play. So you're going to have your instrument ready to go. And then please make sure that your work is turned in a timely manner. Make sure that you're keeping up with all of our assignments. I have office hours available for parents. So if you have any questions or concerns along the way and you want a one-on-one Zoom meeting, my office hours are Thursday from 1:45 to 2:15. And you can access those office hours by signing up. And there will be a link available in Otis that'll be marked very clearly that it's my office hour sign up. And I'm always available via email if you have just kind of general questions and concerns about what we're doing in class. I will respond within 24 hours during the school week. And then my email is here, or you can send me an email through Otis. Either one is fine. All right. I look forward to meeting you on Monday, and thank you so much for watching the video.